Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another weekly challenge brought to you by Evan and Autumn, Highland Heights Farm. This week is probably the best week of all of them yet to come, and yet we've done. I don't know. It's definitely going to be your favorite.
My favorite.
So this week we're challenging you to get your beauty rest. Some of us need it, like me. I'm a little ugly. This week we want you to try to aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each week.
Each week? Or
Each
night?
no, each night. Okay, each night. Each
This
week.
week?
Yeah, you know. Okay. So we want you to aim for 7 to 9 hours every night of sleep to get that beauty sleep in. Are you crunched for time? Maybe. I know sometimes with us it's hard to get all those hours in. We owning the farm, well, with any business for that matter. We.
It's easy to get busy and
We
just
often,
keep working.
Work till 1 or 2 in the morning. And with kids, they don't care. They're up early. Anyways, if you're finding a hard time, first steps, easy steps, baby steps. Try going to bed 30 minutes early. All right? Earlier than usual each night, 30 minutes. And work your way up this week to 7 hours a night. Getting enough rest is going to help promote weight loss. It's going to help reduce stress in your life. It's going to improve your memory, and it's also going to decrease inflammation in your body. So this week, again, we're going to sort of post some tips. Autumn's going to lead off with tips here in a minute for you, but you can always follow us along on our Facebook page, and you can also follow along with our newsletter. If you go to highlandheightsfarm.com, there on the front page, you can sign up for our newsletter, and you get all the weekly challenges there every single week through that. And also, you just get to keep up to date with the farm and what's going on.
So sleep is just something that even as we began having kids several years ago, I started researching, okay, how much should a baby sleep? And the more and more I read about it, I just kept coming across how in America there's just a sleep deprivation epidemic. It's just a problem across the board. And so sleep just became for me a priority, even just for our kids, and making sure they always were well rested. And our schedule was around our kids' bedtime and nap, and it still is a lot of times. But like we said, sometimes we just found ourselves working really late. And then that just led to a whole host of other issues. So we have really focused on that a lot this year. And then even just here more recently, just making sure we are getting to bed and getting the rest that we need. I find that just naturally, Emma mentioned weight loss, but honestly, the longer you're awake, the more you tend to eat. So if you're getting an appropriate amount of sleep, you're going to eat less. So it's going to promote weight loss. But some tips for just getting yourself ready for bed and getting yourself that extra sleep is, number one, is just creating a really good bedtime routine. Creating it in such a way that it becomes a habit, and you naturally do step 1, 2, 3 and go to bed. So for me, one thing, I come down to the kitchen, I fill up a glass of water, I take it upstairs to our room. I brush my teeth, I wash my face, whatever that is, and get in bed. It's simple. It might be maybe some quiet meditation, or it might be praying, or it might be reading a book or something like that you might do. But again, avoiding electronics is a really good tip to make sure you're getting enough rest. So computers, phones, and TVs, all avoid those for about an hour leading up to bed is generally recommended. Exercise regularly. So last week we talked about finding your motivation to exercise. Well, finding your motivation, one of those motivations might be you're going to get better rest. But exercise regularly, but try and, end that earlier in the day. Do that earlier in the day rather than later so that you're ready for bed. You don't want those endorphins keeping you awake. Finish your meals. Don't eat big meals at least 2 to 3 hours before bed as well. So after that list, I was like, so no exercising, no eating and drinking, and no electronics. What the heck are you supposed to do for the last couple hours of the day? I asked Evan. I was like, what are you supposed to do? And so we kind of came up just with some things off the top of our head. Reading obviously came first to mind. We love board games, so a lot of times we do board games in the evening. Evan said talk to people, talk to each other, call somebody that you've been meaning to call. Rather than texting, pick up the phone and call them maybe in the evening. Puzzles, And then, maybe a warm drink, like an herbal tea, something that's like not caffeinated, heck, even just a warm cup of water. Just to find that routine to calm down and relax and get ready for bed. But I really do think those routines help our bodies create, I call them like muscle memories. Like you create those routines and they just become habits. And then you don't have to think about what am I going to do leading up to bed. You just naturally do 1 or 2, 3 things in a row, and your body knows, hey, it's time for bed, and you're relaxed and you go to sleep. I think you talked about that the other day, like last week with our challenge, was like the more decisions you have to make, the harder things are. But if it's a routine and you just know, hey, I start getting ready for bed, it could be clean your kitchen, brush your teeth, read a book, go to bed. But those things tell your body it's time to relax, it's time to go to sleep, and then you're ready for bed when you go lay down. So have a great week. Let us know if you're getting your 7 to 9 hours this week. Tell us how you're doing, what you're struggling with, and keep checking back here on our Facebook page, and we'll keep giving you tips throughout the week. Good luck.
Have a good night.
Be rested.